It was the men in blue who drew first blood in this test series. A brilliant opening session with the ball saw the Blues roll the green machine for 45. Their skipper would then heap more misery on the green machine as he raced along to a half century, as the Blues would take a 111 run lead with them into the second innings. The men in green would be found wanting with the bat in the second innings once again, as they would slip to a first test mauling to send the Blues one up. The second test match would ultimately be decided by one man. Joel Wojcik's half century on debut wrestled back control of the test match for the green machine. That would ultimately condemn the men in blue to their first test defeat in 3 years to level the series and send us to a decider. So can the men in blue bounce back for 4 in a row, or will the men in green claim their second title? It's the third and deciding test match coming up. Hello everyone from wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Welcome to the WCG for the opening day of the third and deciding test match of the Harley Cranes test series between Brennan's 11 and Matt's 11. There is a real sense of occasion here at the WCG. Not since season 2 have we had a third test match that would ultimately decide the winners of a series. So both sides are pumped and ready to go. So as mentioned prior, the series is locked at 1-1, as both sides would inflict heavy defeats on one another in the opening 2 test matches. Brennan's 11 prevailing in the opening test match by an innings and 12 runs. And then it was a brilliant response by the men in green, hammering Brennan's 11 by 10 wickets to send us to a decider. And this third and deciding test match will be the Kookaburra cricket test match. Kookaburra have been simply amazing since jumping on board this season, and we can't be thankful enough. The two skippers are making their way out into the middle for the all-important toss.
Your call. Flats, heels. Heels. Ball the bat.
So it's the green machine skipper who wins his second toss of the series and has no hesitation in batting first. And the green machine skipper has the luxury of heading into this third and deciding test match with the same side that hammered the men in blue in that second test match. Matt White will lead his side into battle once again, joined by his right-hand man Hamid Basha, the vice skipper having a decent second test match of his own. Ryan Schaefer will take his place in this Matt's 11 lineup after it was feared that he might not be up for this test match, but has passed a late fitness test and will take his place. Nathan Hancock and Harry Dean also take their places in this Matt's 11 lineup, with the former amazingly yet to take a wicket in this year's test series after dominating with the swing ball so far. Joel Wojcik, the hero on debut, making 60 in that second test match, lines up once again for the green machine. So too Daniel Arnold, who impressed at the top of the order and will open the batting once again here for the green machine, as Michael Johnson, Mark Pasterfield and Alex Stepien round out the Matt's 11 lineup. As we take a look at the Blues lineup for this all-important third test match, they make one change from the side that was hammered in that second contest. Brendan Scott will lead his side into battle once again, as he will be joined by his right-hand man Rabi Basha. George Paneras, who has had a rather quiet series to date by his standards, also takes his place in this Blues lineup. The same can't be said for Justin Brooke and Gavin Merrifield. The duo have had fantastic series so far. Both have been fairly consistent with the blade along with their skipper, and have been his go-to men with the ball. Amazingly for Gavin Merrifield, he too is yet to pick up a wicket in this series. Can today be his day? Peter Fowler and Josh Bolling take their places in this Blues lineup, with the latter bowling brilliantly in that second test match without much reward. Daniel Hancock and Todd Lavin also retain their places in this side for this third and deciding test match. And on the biggest stage of them all, it's Troy Hayden who returns after a 2-year hiatus to round out the side for the men in blue. And just before we get underway, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors this year at the WCG: Victor Mowers and the Carlton Draft, Kookaburra Cricket, Lawn Hub and Campbelltown Motor Auctions, Statewide Restorations, Harley Cranes and Tradie Pad. Glory awaits one of these two sides, as to the victor go the spoils. We're ready to get underway. So it will be Daniel Arnold who will get this innings underway for the men in green once again. Was fantastic at the top of the order in that second test match, with scores of 32 and 15 not out, Can he get his side off to a healthy start once again? So all is in readiness for this third and deciding test match. Glory awaits the winners, misery the losers. As it's going to be Rabi or Basher who will bowl over the wicket to Daniel Arnold for the first over of this contest. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of length delivery outside the off stump, and Arnold lets it go first up. So a decent start with the ball there from Basher, who had a much improved second test match with the ball. Can he carry that form into this do or die contest as he'll continue once again to Arnold, and this one's another back of a length delivery outside the off stump, and Arnold gets out of the way of it well and truly once again. Basher to continue to Arnold in the opening over. Here's in now, and it's a full delivery, and it's a massive appeal, and it's been given not out. Well, Arnold is clearly playing a straight, so they must be appealing for caught behind here. Here's we have a look. Oh, it cuts off the seam, but it doesn't look to be any bat. Basher to continue to Arnold once again. Here's in now, and this one's another back of a length delivery closer to that off stump, but it's well watched by Arnold, who lets it go once again. So another conservative start here to his innings from the big man, who is just feeling his way into this innings. Has been fantastic for the Grey Machine since moving to the top of the order, and he'll be looking to get him off to another brilliant start here. As Basher is in once again to Arnold, and this one's a full toss, but he can't beat Justin Brooke there at cover. So the Grey Machine yet to get off the mark as we arrive at the final ball of the opening over. Basher would love nothing more than to begin with the maiden, as he's in there for the final ball of the over, and this one's another good length delivery outside the off stump, and Arnold lets it go. It'll be Justin Brooke to bowl the second over of the innings. He's in now around the wicket here to Arnold, and it's hit him on the thigh by the looks of it. There is a big appeal here from the Blues fieldsman, and Rabi Basher cannot believe it. He's incensed with Arnold for not walking. No, that's clearly off the thigh. Another good decision. So a few nervy moments early on here for Arnold, as he'll face Justin Brooke once again, and he's forward and defends back down the pitch as it's fielded by the Blue skipper. So despite those few nervy moments, he's been clear in his convictions so far in this innings, deciding to well and truly leave alone anything not on the stumps, and he's forward and defends anything on him. As Brooke will continue to him again around the wicket, as he's in now, and this one's a fuller delivery which pitches outside the leg stump, and Arnold pads up. So another war of attrition brewing here at the WCG. Who will blink first in this decider? As Brooke will continue again around the wicket here to Arnold. Here he's in now, and this one's played to, bowling on the leg side, and it's a misfield for the opening boundary of the test match. That'll settle the nerves for Arnold, who's off the mark in fortuitous fashion, as bowling is left red-faced. Brooke to continue around the wicket to Arnold in the second over. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and Arnold shoulders arms and allows this to crash into his body. So he's been a man with a plan so far, has the big fella. He's got one ball to negotiate in this Brooke over. This Brooke is in for the final ball of the over, and it's a full delivery. It slides down the leg side. It'll be Josh bowling to bowl the third over of the innings. He's in now round the wicket to Arnold. Begins with a full toss, and Arnold hits this back down the ground, but it's well fielded by Justin Brooke there at mid-on. So the Grey Machine no wicket for 4 into the third over. Daniel Arnold with the solitary boundary to get his innings underway. His bowling will continue to him now around the wicket, and this one's a beautiful delivery which beats the big man outside the off stump. Here it looks like bowling is sending him down a bit quicker in this opening over, and that's a beauty. Bowling will continue to Arnold in the third over. Here's in now, this one looks like another seam-up delivery, but this one slides down the leg side for no run. So this looks like a clear tactic here from the men in blue, perhaps just trying to catch the Green Machine unawares here. They would have been expecting Josh bowling to bowl some tweakers. He's in for the final ball of the over, and this one slides way down the leg side and will end with a wide. No wicket for 5 as George Paneras will bowl the fourth over of the innings. As he's in around the wicket here to Arnold, and it's hit airily on the leg side, and it's hit towards Rabi Basher there at short mid-wicket. While this was travelling, I think it'd be unfair to call this a chance. Oh, he would have done well to hold on to that. Well, Arnold agreed that he didn't get a boundary there. As Paneras will continue again now to Arnold. This one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and Arnold just defends on the offside for no run. 1 or 2 moments so far this morning for the Blues. That'll just keep them interested here. The Green Machine no wicket for 5 into the fourth over. As Paneras will continue to Arnold around the wicket. Here he's in now, and this one's onto his pads, and he expertly guides this through mid-wicket for his second boundary of the innings. Eye of the needle stuff here from the big fella, who moves along to 8. Paneras to continue again now to Arnold around the wicket. He's in now, this one's a follow delivery, and there's a slight appeal here from the Blues fieldsman. Yeah, that's a good reply here from the blonde bombshell, but Arnold covering it well enough. No wicket for nine as Brendan Scott will bowl the 5th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Arnold, this one's a back of a length delivery, and this one appeared to kick up off a length, and this narrowly avoids the gloves here from Arnold. Oh, it's gone through his arms. Another close call. Scott to continue to Arnold over the wicket in the 5th over. Here he's in now, this one's another good length delivery, and Arnold just lets this one hit him on the body. So he is clearly a man with the plan in this morning's session so far. He is off to yet another positive start in this test match. He's got 8 of 9 so far here for match 11. And Scott is in once again to Arnold, and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump. And Arnold leaves it alone. Scores of 32, 15 not out and 8 not out since moving to the top of the order. So the big man is making this spot his own here in this Green Machine lineup. And they'll be hoping he can go on with it once again today. Here Scott will continue to Arnold once again. Here's in now, this one's a full in swinging delivery. And Arnold covers up pretty well there to negate the swing. So the Green Machine, no wicket for 9 into the 5th over. Arnold happy to absorb all this Blues pressure early on. Scott will continue to him now over the wicket. And this one's a full in swinging delivery. And it's hands on heads there from the Blues skipper as he nearly sneaks through Arnold, but he covers up well enough. So Scott is in for the final ball of the 5th over. Here he is in now, and he ends with a beautiful out swinging delivery, which beats the edge of Arnold's bat. So it's a beautiful delivery there to end with from Scott, but Arnold survives. No wicket for 9 as Peter Fowler will bowl around the wicket for the 6th over of the innings, and he begins with a full toss down the leg side, and it's a swing and a miss there from Arnold. So it's been good so far this from Arnold. He's been able to see off the early Blues onslaught, and he might just be thinking this could be his opportunity to cash in. As Fowler will continue around the wicket to him now in the 6th over. This one's a short delivery, and it will be his opportunity to cash in. If he served up long hops like that, it's a gift there from Fowler, and Arnold accepts. The Green Machine, no wicket for 13. As Fowler's in once again to Arnold. This one's a full in swinging delivery, which hits Arnold on the thigh, and he'll move through for a leg bye. So good busy cricket this here from the big fella, who has got the Green Machine off to another positive start here in this do or die test match. Arnold on 12. The Green Machine, no wicket for 14 into the 6th over. And after winning the toss and batting, Arnold looks relatively comfortable out there. Here's Fowler will continue to him now in the 6th over. And it's another shorter delivery which hit onto the fence. And it's a dive there from Todd Lavin, who has a massive air swing, but it's cleaned up by the Blue skipper. So we arrive at the final ball of the 6th over. The Green Machine, no wicket for 14. As Fowler is in around the wicket to Arnold. This one's a fuller delivery, and it swings back towards Arnold. And he gets a thick inside edge onto his leg. So it's a good one to end with there from Fowler. But the big fella remains unconquered. It'll be Todd Lavin to bowl the 7th over of the innings. He's in now round the wicket to Arnold. Begins with a good length delivery. And Arnold is trapped on the crease, but keeps it out no less. So a positive start to the over here from Lavin, who is bang on the money here from ball 1. He'll continue around the wicket now to Arnold. And this one's another good length delivery. It's played away on the leg side. And it's fielded there initially by Peter Fowler and mopped up by the Blue skipper. So a decent start to the over here from Lavin, as he'll continue around the wicket now to Arnold. And this one's a back of a length delivery, and this one's high in the air. Has it gone for 6? No, it's been taken by Scott. So that's the first wicket down for the Green Machine. Or is it? Yeah, there seems to be some protests here from Daniel Arnold. I think he thinks Scott has hit the boundary here. Yeah, and I think Scott has come clean. I think this will be 6. Yeah, it has. Arnold will survive here. In a crazy passionate play, gets a top edge. And Scott, in making the smart catch, has unfortunately hit the bushes. So that'll be 6. So a let off there for Arnold. As Lavin will continue around the wicket now to the big fella. And he's in now and he gets a leading edge. And it's towards Justin Brooke there at mid-off. And it's a tough chance put down there by Brooke. So Arnold living a charmed life at the moment, as they either stick or they don't. And this one unfortunately didn't stick. So no reward so far for a brilliant over by Lavin. As in once again to Arnold. Oh, it's third time lucky though, as he chops this one onto his stumps. So Arnold finally dismissed by Todd Lavin. It's a disappointing end for the big fella, who looked to have lost his shape. But the Blues get the key wicket of Arnold for 18. The Green Machine 1 for 20. So that wicket will now bring the Green Machine skipper Matt White to the crease. He's had a pretty average series by his standards, averaging just a tick over 9. To be fair, he has been without luck so far in this series. Can today be his day? So it'll be Gavin Merrifield to bowl his first ball of the test match, as he'll come in around the wicket to White for his first delivery, and it's a full delivery, bang on the money, as there's a puff of dust first up there for White at that batter's end. So obviously a dry surface here in this third test match, as Merrifield will continue again now to White. This one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side, and White leaves it alone. So the Green Machine 1 for 20 into the 8th over. The Green Machine skipper has just arrived at the crease after Todd Lavin picked up the big wicket of Daniel Arnold, as Merrifield is in once again to White, and this one slides down the leg side once again, and once again White leaves it alone. So as we mentioned earlier in the build-up, Gavin Merrifield yet to take a wicket in this year's test series. He's been incredibly unlucky once again so far this season, as he'll continue again now to White, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and White hits this into the ground, and I think this has bounced up and caught him in the head. Yeah, he has. Watching it closely is the Green Machine skipper. Merrifield to continue around the wicket to White in the 8th over of the innings. He's in now, this one's another back of a length delivery, and White is on the back foot and defends back down the pitch. So White also just trying to feel his way into this innings. Inside 1 for 20 as Merrifield is in for the final ball of the over. This one's a back of a length delivery, and it hits White either on the arm or maybe off the glove, but it drops safely, thankfully from his point of view. Yeah, it's off the glove, and no one can react quick enough in a blue shirt. Daniel Hancock to bowl the 9th over of the innings. Here he's in now over the wicket to White. He begins with a full delivery, bang on the money, and White drives back down the ground but can't beat Brook there at mid-off. So it's been an action-packed morning session so far to begin this decider. Plenty of close calls and near misses for both sides, as Hancock will continue again now to White, and this one's a good length delivery, bang on the money. This one hits White on the thigh and drops for no run. So a good start to his over here from the youngster. Has been bang on the money and has forced White to play in these opening 2 deliveries, as he'll continue again now to White, and he pushes this one further outside the off stump, and this time White leaves it alone. So the Green Machine 1 for 20 into the 9th over. White yet to get off the mark here, as Hancock will continue once again over the wicket, and this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and once again White shoulders arms. So a cautious start to his innings here from White, who appears to be in no hurry. He's faced 10 deliveries and yet to get off the mark. As Hancock is in for the penultimate ball of the over, and this one's another good length delivery outside the off stump, and once again White shoulders arms and lets it go. So that's 11 balls yet to get off the mark now for White. He's showing tremendous patience so far here in this morning session, as Hancock is in for the final ball of the over. This one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and have they got the Green Machine skipper? No, the umpire says not out. Well, the Blues cannot believe it. Well, let's have a listen. Was there a noise? Oh, there was too. Perhaps White has got away with one here. So a let off here for the Green Machine skipper, as Troy Hayden will bowl the 10th over of the innings, and it's played away on the offside, but it's been brilliantly stopped there by Daniel Hancock, who dives away full length to his left to keep White on the dreaded duck. Hayden to continue again now to White in the 10th over. He's in now, this one's a full toss and it's driven down the ground, but once again he can't beat the fieldsman. This time it's Justin Brook who makes a smart stop. So White's search for his first run continues, as Hayden is in once again to White, and it's a plain and miss outside the off stump. So a nervy few moments here from White, but he's still there. Hayden to continue to White in the 10th over. He's in now, this one's a short delivery, and White isn't going to miss out on this one. It's an absolute gift served up here from Hayden, and White says thank you very much. Cycle complete. It'll be Rabi or Bashir bowl the 11th over of the innings. Here he's in now to White, and this one's a short delivery outside the off stump, and White sways out of the way of it and leaves it alone. So the Green Machine 1 for 24 into the 11th over. It's been a conservative start from them this morning after winning the toss and batting, as El-Bashir is in once again to White. This one's a full toss which hits White in the thigh, and El-Bashir escapes a no ball call. So there's about 12 minutes left for White to negotiate until the lunch break here on day 1. That will surely be his first objective, as El-Bashir is in once again to White, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and White wears this one on the body. So a decent start to his second over here from El-Bashir, who had a brilliant opening over of the test match. Can he pick up the wicket of the Green Machine skipper as he did in the second test match? As he's in once again to White, and this one's a full delivery, and I think this one just slides down the leg side. A few groans from the Blues fieldsman, but White survives. It'll be Justin Brooke to bowl the 12th over of the innings. As in now round the wicket here to White. It begins with a good length delivery outside the off stump, and that's a smart lead from White. So White has faced 25 balls in his innings so far for just 4 runs. Just absorbing the pressure here from the Blues bowlers. Here's Brooke is in once again to White, and it's a full toss, and White goes bang through the covers for his first maximum of the innings. There is absolutely nothing conservative about that, as White hammers his way to 10. Brooke to continue around the wicket here to White. Here's in now, and this one's another good length delivery outside the off stump, and it's another smart but tight lead there from White. So good test cricket here in this morning session. White beginning to look comfortable. Brooke to continue to White in the 12th over. Here is in now, this one's a back of a length delivery, and White is on the back foot and defends well on the offside for no run. So the Green Machine 1 for 30 here in the 12th over, after winning the toss and batting this morning. As Brooke is in once again to White, and this one's another back of a length delivery, and White shoulders arms and allows this to hit him on the body. So fantastic discipline here from the Green Machine skipper, who's putting his body on the line for the cause. As Brooke is in for the final ball of the over, and it's a full toss hit towards bowling there on the leg side, who prevents a boundary to end the over. And it will be Josh Bolling who will bowl the 13th over of the innings. He's in now round the wicket here to White, and he looks like he's gone back to his conventional off spin, as this one's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and White leaves it alone. So just 5 minutes remaining until the lunch break. We'll probably get this over in and one more, as bowling is in once again to White, and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and White leaves it alone once again. And this is exactly what the Green Machine skipper will want to do before the break. The Blues bowlers will have to get him to play as many deliveries as they can. As bowling is in once again to White, and this one's a beauty, it spins past the bat, and there's an appeal here from the Blues. Oh, they've got him! The umpire's given him out! Well, there must have been an edge here from White, who looks bemused with the decision. As we take a look at the replay, here there's a massive explosion of dirt. Oh, he's got nowhere near it. He has not touched that at all. And Brennan's 11 have burgled one before lunch. Well, some may say that's justice for the earlier not out call against White. But the fact of the matter is, Matt's 11 are 2 for 30. And that wicket now brings Harry Dean to the crease at number 3, who's under a bit of pressure. So it'll be Josh Bolling, who's just picked up his first wicket of the test match, to bowl over the wicket here to Dean for his first delivery. He's in now, and it's a full delivery, and Dean is forward and defends well on the offside. Well, gee, there's been some controversy already in this test match, and it's only the first session. His bowling will continue over the wicket to Dean, and this one's a wide delivery, wide outside the off stump, and it doesn't even land on the pitch. So that's an extra to the match 11 total. 2 for 31 here in the 13th over. So just one delivery left for Harry Dean to negotiate in this bowling over. Here his bowling is in for the final ball of the over. This one's a full delivery, and it slides down the leg side to end with. So it'll be the skipper, Brendan Scott, to bowl the final over before lunch. Here he's in now to Dean. It's a full delivery, but this one slides down the leg side. So this is incidentally Scott's first over to Dean for the series. So this will be an interesting little passage of play. Here Scott will continue around the wicket to Dean, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and Dean plays this on the leg side to bowling for no run. So Dean's objective will be to see himself through to the lunch break. He's got 4 deliveries left to negotiate. And Scott is in once again to Dean around the wicket, and it's a back of a length delivery, and Dean is solid in defence for no run. So with the score at 2 for 31, we have to say the Blues, after losing the toss, are probably the happier of the two sides at the moment. Here Scott is in around the wicket here to Dean, and he pads up Dean. There's a big appeal, and it's been given. They lose another one just before the break. Well, the Blues are most certainly the happier of the two sides now, as Dean goes for a duck. Here, let's have a look at the height. Oh, it's another tough one. I think that's too high. So it's yet another controversial umpiring decision here in this morning session, as that wicket now brings Nathan Hancock to the crease. The youngster will have 2 balls to negotiate until the lunch break. So can the Blues take a 4th with them into lunch? And Scott is in over wicket to Hancock for his first delivery. It's a full in-swinging delivery outside the off stump, but Hancock leaves it alone. There was a few laboured appeals here from the Blues fieldsman, but he's nowhere near it. So the final ball of what's been an intriguing opening session. Scott into Hancock, and it's a full in-swinging delivery, and that must have narrowly missed the leg stump. So a nervy moment there for Hancock, but he survives to the break. The Blues on top. So after winning the toss and batting this morning, the Green Machine limped their way to 3 for 31 at lunch. The morning has been overshadowed by some dodgy umpiring decisions, but to be fair, for the most part, they have gone both ways. And it's the men in blue who will most certainly be the happier of the two sides as they break for a bite to eat. It'll be Nathan Hancock to resume 0 not out when we come back.